We all come into the forest with a lot of different ideas. Many times our ideas conflict with other ideas out there, whether timber production or wildlife management. It's really important that as we make decisions that we agree to maybe disagree on certain things about the value of those maybe, but that we agree on the data with which we're going to look at in order to determine what should be done within the forest. So we can then come to some common ground in determining what should be done with the forest and continue to build trust within the area. So the monitoring program provides exactly that. It provides the knowledge necessary to make those decisions and for everyone to feel like, yes, this is where we need to go, even though it's not what I thought we should have done in the first place.
Forestry and restoration is always, as I say, it's more of an art than a science, even though we all came from the field of science. And so we're charting new territory in terms of restoration. This is different. We're facing things as climate change and drought and insect and disease and catastrophic wildfires. So it's a very changing environment. And so the ability of the collaborative to bring in Oregon State University and researchers to look at the work we're doing on the ground, they're able to monitor to see, are we really meeting the objectives of what we thought we were going to meet? And then that's been invaluable to us because we've changed course as we get this information, as it comes back in, as we sit down as a group and look at it. And that's the beauty of it, that we don't just continue to keep going down the same road if it's really not giving us the results that we want.
I think we need to increase pace and scale of this because we haven't treated this forest once and introduced fire once back on the whole forest. And we need to get over it within a 10-year period, the second round. So as we schedule this out, we've got to increase that pace and scale. But that doesn't happen overnight. Again, building that trust and having the patience to see it grow and learn as it grows, and then being adaptable, because I don't want to give anybody the impression we have all the answers. And that's why we've got a monitoring crew every project, whether it's a thinning, whether it's a culvert removal for fish passage, whatever it is that we do out, road decommissioning, whatever, we do before and after monitoring plots scientifically and enter them into a database so that we can learn over time. And then we revisit those.
And so they're apprentices. They work into positions of leadership, crew leaders, and specialize in certain techniques so they know all of the protocols. Many will stay with us through their senior year of college. Some of them have stayed through their master's and through their doctorate, postgraduate work. What we are doing in this particular site right here is very typical of much of our monitoring, gathering data on trees, gathering data on soils, and on the vegetation that's in the area, because all three of those together determine what kind of habitat there is, what the health of the forest is. The process we have and why we were created was to gather the science as a third-party monitoring team in the area to determine what the actual health of the forest was, to determine if we did actions, what the preconditions were like, the post-conditions were like, and what action should be taken to improve the health of the forest.